Hi Allure, this is Deepika Padokone, and today we're going to be talking about some of the beauty looks from my movies. Excuse me? He's awesome in... Autograph please. Not enough importance is given to makeup and costume and hair, and I think a large part of an actor getting into character comes from the way you're styled and in the way that your makeup is done and your hair is done. So a lot of times, I'm doing readings with my co-stars or with my director, but something still kind of feels amiss, and I think that you feel truly in character when you have your full look on with your hair and makeup. So a large part of an actor's process is hair and makeup.
Piku, Shaurabh, San Francisco में business करता है and he's single.
You are planning fourth wedding?
I think a character that I've played that is very similar to the way I am in real life is probably Piku. Just very, very natural. You could literally see the skin in the movie. In fact, I'd sit in the makeup chair for not more than 5 or 10 minutes, including hair and makeup. And I think that's one of those films where I felt completely, like myself.
सत्यजीत रे का एक भी फिल्म उसको पता नहीं है and he doesn't vote. मैं उसे tolerate कर रही थी.
I didn't feel like the layers on, and in fact I feel like Piku is one film, but I feel like for a lot of my films, we don't really wear too much makeup unless it's a character that requires that. A huge part of what brought Veronica to life was with the eyes. We played with the eyes, defined the eyes quite a lot. I remember the makeup artist also playing with my skin tone. I remember we took a conscious decision to kind of give that slightly bronzed look to the skin. And apart from that, the hair. People really remember the hair from that film. What we did with that was just beautiful, thick, voluminous sort of beach hair. And that's probably one of the first times we saw that kind of hair, in Indian cinema. So, people really remember that look vividly.
जाके बाजू वाले काउंटर पे लग नैना नैना तलवार. Hi Aditi.
Naina Talwar is the name of the character, and she kind of starts off as this really young, college going girl, and eventually over the years, through all the experiences that she's been through that you see in the movie, comes into her own. I think it kind of enhanced her innocence. There's sort of this journey that the character goes through. So it starts off, extremely clean and natural, and even, as the film sort of progresses and the character progresses, you see the change, but it was still not too much. And I think what we were trying to do was just retain the innocence of the character and remind the audience of the journey that she's been through. So even though she's evolved into this young, confident, beautiful girl, there are parts of her young, innocent self that she retains, and I think that's sort of what we were going with.
Tell me you want this too.
I don't want to get hurt again.
Gehraiyan, Piku, these are some of the films where I haven't had to sit in the makeup chair for very, very long. The character that I play in Gehraiyan is a girl who's sort of stuck in her life emotionally when you meet her. She's also a yoga instructor, so I think the idea was just, again, we wanted to see the skin, luminous. We wanted to also see just the way my skin reacts to the environment and to the emotions, because the character is really going through a lot of ups and downs, a lot of emotional turmoil, and we wanted to keep it as raw and real as possible, because that's also how the character is. And in order to stay true to that, we've really kept the hair and makeup it's there, there is makeup. It's there but not there, and I think that's the beauty of it. Even if it's a simple ponytail, even if it's just simple textured hair, it doesn't look like this, fancy hairstyle. It just looks really chic and very, very natural and just true to the character, because the character is that. She's raw and she's vulnerable, and we've tried to stay true to that.
Kamala Hassan, Gemini Ganesan.
Autograph, please.
Well, whether it's a studio or outdoor shoot, using sunscreen is a huge part of my skincare routine. Sometimes if we're shooting outdoors and in a very dusty location, then usually halfway through the day, we remove the entire makeup and redo the entire skincare routine and then reapply the makeup. So the SPF sort of gets reapplied again. But if that didn't happen for whatever reason, then sometimes I use a spray-on SPF. So I think in the entire process, whether it's in front of the lights or whether it's outdoor, I think using an SPF is really the most important part of my skincare routine. But apart from that, it's also just me always focusing on wanting to lead a healthy lifestyle and have great skin. So it's not specific to a character per se, but more kind of being able to give the makeup artist the best sort of base that I can give them to work with. Often looks in movies or the beauty and hair in movies is usually spoken about when it's glam and over the top, and when it's very obvious and when you see things. But I think a lot of the times, when I think performances, when you appreciate performances, when you appreciate characters, I think a lot of that comes from the way a character's makeup has been done, the way a character's hair has been done, the style, the set design. So it's all of these little elements that eventually come together to make a fantastic character and to make a fantastic